Come walk with me, feel the breeze. Come walk with me. Oh, and dance, come dance with me. Shuffle your feet, come dance with me. And I will tell you when you're older how I loved you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came. When life, it gets you down, steals your crown and breaks your will. Oh, I'll pick you up, brush off the dust and hold you still. Tell you when you're older how I loved you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came. And go to sleep, my darling. Oh, the night is getting darker. You can dream about tomorrow. And I will tell you when you're older how I loved you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came. I will tell you when you're older how I loved you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came. And I will tell you when you're older how I loved you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came. It never mattered from where you came. It never mattered from where you came.
Parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, and friends of the class of 2020, we welcome you and members of our community as we celebrate the academic achievements of our senior class. At this time, we will recognize 148 students, or the top 20% of the senior class, for hitting the benchmark that was set for them upon entering CPHS as freshmen. Members of the Crown Point High School administrative team, along with the Crown Point Community School Corporation School Board, join us in this celebration as we recognize students with honorary distinctions for the academic excellence they have exhibited throughout their high school careers. Each of these students has received a stole to represent their honorary distinction, which will be worn during our commencement ceremony. Each honored student will be recognized during this celebration, along with the teacher who has had the greatest impact on their education. Our Summa Cum Laude students have written a letter to their chosen teacher, and these letters will be shared with that faculty member so they can see the impact that they have had on their students. To help capture the spirit of this celebration, 4 students will read their letters to the teacher who has served as their academic inspiration. In between the readings of the 4 letters, we will recognize the 3 levels of honorary distinction: Summa Cum Laude, Magna Cum Laude, and Cum Laude. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce Brianne Mild as she recognizes her most inspirational teacher, Ashley Cosme.
Mrs. Cosme, a quote that has stayed with me my whole life is, "After every storm, there's a calm." The reason I've always came back to this quote is even at some of the most stressful times, such as adjusting to high school or deciding which college to go to, I've always fought my way through and figured out a way to produce a satisfying solution. Even if at the time it seemed the lowest I could get, here I am standing to talk about it. The reason I want to share this quote with you is because it is the best way for me to explain and show you how grateful I am on the large impact you have made on my senior experience. The first time I realized how much of a difference you would create during my senior year was the excited and eager whirlwind of a response I received from you after expressing my interest in science fair. In fact, I think you're more captivated by the idea than I was. This stuck with me since this is the most interest a teacher had taken into a goal I had set for myself. Before I had the chance to be a student in your class or create any first impression, you took it upon yourself to start looking for a research topic. You trusted my abilities and wanted to see me succeed in the goals I had set for myself. Finding a new passion or something you would like to accomplish not only drives a person, but it also causes stress because of the list of things that need to be done in order to achieve the objective in mind. When I decided to end my high school career by conducting an independent project in order to get both research and presenting before college experience, I was overwhelmed. I wasn't sure on where to start or if my data would be either successful or significant. However, you reassured me that although it would take some work, together we would fulfill my ambitions. Now, I can gladly say that our teamwork on the project titled The Presence of Microcystin in the Northwest Indiana Watershed had led me to achieve 4 awards and qualify for State Science Fair, create memories by working in the field, gain knowledge, and most importantly, grow my love for science and excite me for future studies. Although helping guide my education has a large part of the influence you played in my senior year, being my friend and providing any advice you can offer is something I can never thank you for. From directing me in my path to begin a new health and workout regimen, to rereading over my application's essays, even if I changed one word, you created a space where I felt like I could come throughout the day to either escape from stress or tackle a million projects in one day. In my opinion, the people saying senior year is the easiest year of high school are lying. This is the time to tie up all the loose ends and use it as your last opportunity to pursue any last goals in a familiar environment. Obviously, this would place any pressure on any person in this situation, and I was an exception, until I discovered the strong and intelligent teacher who would back me through it all. Mrs. Cosme, I would like to take this time before I'm off to college to let you know everything you have done has not gone unnoticed. In high school, I learned that some things are created to be exhausting on purpose to create an environment where you must create relationships with others. Not only does this take the load off of you personally, but the outcome is more fulfilling and you create unforgettable moments with people you could potentially never forget either. I will never forget the knowledge we shared, and if I ever need a lab partner to do field research on algal blooms, you'll be the first person I contact.
The following students will graduate with the honorary distinction of Summa Cum Laude after having earned a grade point average of 4.25 or above. Manar Fayez Abuser, Senna Elfron, Faith Eleanor Bergner, Autumn Nicole Boren, Victoria Jane Bozanovsky, Armando John Bracco, Olivia Samoan Budzewski, Ilya Dmitrievich Bulanov, Logan Edward Clark, Reagan Lynn Kauser, Emily Elizabeth Darlington, Lucas Dwight Denny, Nash Howell Davenport, Caitlin Zhaoyong Downey, Shaker Mohammed Urbini, Jane Morgan Georges, Kennedy Riley Holtz, Marilyn Marie Ives, Isabella Ariadne Cardulius, Simranjit Kaur, Michael Andrew Kowalski, Carly Alida LaTurner, Alexander James McCormick, Brianne Marie Mild, Mariana Risteska, Nicholas Michael Sakaleros, Alexandra Noel Saluski, Natalie Rhodes Saluski, George Omar Tadros, Anne Demayan Talbot, Erin Daisy Tian, Ainsley Easton Walden, Sydney Alexis Wiener. Madeline Julia Whitaker. Jacqueline Beth Wolt.
Our next Summa Cum Laude student to read their letter is Logan Clark, and his most inspirational teacher is Kelly Chevalier.
Dear Ms. Chev, I can remember signing up for the PLTW biomedical class before starting high school. I was thinking this would be a cool opportunity to take a unique science class since science was a subject that I really enjoyed. What I did not realize was the everlasting impact that you, as my teacher, would have on me and how you would mentor me and strengthen my love for science. During class, you made each lesson fun and enticing, and always made sure that I understood everything that we were learning. If I didn't understand, you would take the time to explain it in another way. It really made me feel like I was receiving special treatment, which meant so much to me being the small, immature freshman that I was. You always made sure I was getting the most out of my education. One example is when the class was able to view a live open-heart surgery. You chose me to be one of the few select students who could actually talk and ask questions directly to the surgeon during the surgery. Your support continued even out of the classroom. You made sure I was aware of all opportunities that were taking place that were even related to science and medicine. You encouraged me to expand my involvement in the medical field by having me join the biomedical club. With the club, I was able to participate in hands-on experiences such as our field trip to Northwestern University in Chicago. For the Heart Walk my freshman year, you had me call the Crown Point Fire Department to reserve an ambulance. That was awkward and weird for me. I was a freshman with a high voice and very few communication skills. Yet, I had to call and talk to multiple adults to reserve the ambulance. I didn't realize that at the time, but you're helping me build my communication and leadership skills. Looking back now, I can see how you were always looking out for me and had my best interests, and I thank you. The support you have shown me didn't even end even though I no longer had you as a teacher. You have always had my back. As a member of the Chick-fil-A Leadership Club, you continued to be a mentor, helping me strengthen my leadership skills. As a senior, when I asked you to provide a letter of recommendation to send to various colleges and scholarship organizations, you did not hesitate. While there are many times that I annoyed you, I knew deep down you would always be there to support me. I have always felt like I could come and talk to you. You always made sure that I was able to achieve my full potential. And as I get ready to attend college, I will forever be grateful to you because I know that you prepared me to suck it up and put on my big boy pants to take on the world. Thank you, Ms. Chev. I will never forget you.
The following students will graduate with the honorary distinction of Magna Cum Laude after having earned a grade point average of 4.0 or above. Jordan Nicole Ardum. Emma Grace Beckman. Willow Grace Beamsterbore. Antoinette Donna Bunch. Savannah Eileen Chacon. Marley Brooke Cristofanelli. Anna Marie Cicero. Avery Olivia Marie Cornett. Alyssa Nicole Del Real. Ryan Michael Edwards. Brooklyn Leigh Frazioni. Caitlin Jory Gardner. Skylar Renee Golding. Elizabeth Ricci Gonzalez. Isabella Nicole Gozo. Luke Michael Hanlon. Brianna Lynn Hume. Madison Ruth Janikovic. Nikola Yosefowski. Marcia Sharon Kyleman. John Robert Kosier. Mary Grace Flower Kuhlman. Noah Anthony Kuipers. Emma Jane Lewandowski. Miles Michael Lubers. Morgan Elizabeth Manino. Ava Elizabeth Neal. Donnie Ann Parent. Kirsten Hope Pena. Michael Andrew Pinchot. Noah Daniel Pitlick. Anne Elizabeth Prosco. Alexis Summer Proudman. Alexis Daniela Puga. Zoe Alexandria Reddig. Jacob Scott Rowell. Madeline Ava Schieser. Caitlin Cynthia Smith. Nehemiah Zane Spinks. Elizabeth Kayleen Stone. Nina Marie Vivo. Brenna Diane Wise.
Our next Summa Cum Laude student to read their letter is Mariana Risteska, and her most inspirational teacher is Jeremy Flewelling.
Dear Mr. Flewelling, thank you for always having a smile on your face. It can genuinely brighten up your students' days, and you make a positive impact on all of our lives. I am so thankful that I decided to wait to take physics this year instead of taking it last year, because I wouldn't have had the opportunity to have you as my teacher. I found a quote that says, "A good teacher teaches. A great teacher inspires." I could not think of a more fitting description of you as a teacher because you truly inspire me in the classroom every day. Your love of both physics and teaching is so moving. Physics may not be my favorite subject, but having you as a teacher has made it my favorite and most enjoyable class this year. Of course, I have learned so much about physics, but more importantly, I've enjoyed the memories created in your class. You always create a positive and hands-on environment that I believe is so essential to learning. I have never met a more deserving teacher and person to win Teacher of the Year. You are the kind of teacher that can make a difference in any student's life. I am lucky enough to have you as an assistant director in theater as well as a teacher, and it is so clear that your passion carries over into everything that you do. The endless amounts of energy and positivity you always have can brighten my day in a second, and I truly mean it when I say your constant kindness and happiness is so appreciated and never goes unnoticed. It is very evident that you care about each and every one of your students. You make sure everyone understands what is going on in the class, you provide extra help, and give students chances to improve, which can make a huge difference in every student's learning experience. Thank you, Mr. Flewelling, for being the best kind of teacher, a caring and inspiring one.
The following students will graduate with the honorary distinction of cum laude after having earned a grade point average of 3.75 or above. Asma Ahmed Abedladium. Danielle Marie Anderson. Patricia Arrigia. Madison Christina Ball. Grace K. Baker. Alexander William Baranzik. Lauren Ashley Botando. Lauren Catherine Burley. Colton Robert Burdine. Gabrielle Ray Camarillo. Alejandro Miguel Paulo Y Canles. Braden Fife Chandler. Alex Jun Chin. Brandy Kelly Clemens. Paige Marie Sir. Leanne Marie Decano. Megan Hope Davids. Gloria Deliva. Tyler Paul Dunsbach. Alicia Marie Duda. Emily Grace Erdelac. Skylar Renee Ernst. Trinity Danielle Ballin. Abigail Joanne Francis. Emma Holly Rank. Nicole Lee Galto. Samuel Robert Gold. Grace Caffeine Gonsurowski. Elena Renee Hacker. Caitlin Rose Hanlon. Joshua Michael Hoogworth. Nathan James Hosfeld. Donovan Frank Hufine. Shaza Mamdu Hussein. Chloe Sue Jackson. Maria Christine Jeffers. Zachary Marino Jones. Amelia K. Junkie. Zachary Andrew Kaminsky. Tyler Allen Kaufman. Amarpreet Kaur. Anne Kielpikowski. Finn James Kiger. Grace Merritt Kostoff. Sophia Marie Leck. Paige Danielle Licknerowicz. Adam Joseph Lidemer. Ariel Ivana Miravila. Martin Alexander Marquez. Zachary Michael Martin. Dylan Michael Matuzak. Carly Joe McLaren. Maggie Rose McKinney. Corinne Marie Moran. Jade Alexandria Moran. Brianna May Morton. Leighton Paul Norenberg. Liam Patrick O'Brien. Olivia Marie Anapinto. Kelvin Peter Pawlowski. Bridget Nicole Rayonek. Lucas Alexander Serrano. Ariana Eve Setlak. Dash Marie Shaw. Morgan Judith Sienta. Grace Catherine Sofa. Jonathan Andrew Stevens. Chloe Adele Stover. Natalia Terziowski. Benjamin Edmund Tufts. Grace Elizabeth Tyndall. Stonia Vidova. William Benjamin Welliver II. Riley Alexander Klein Welsh.
Our final Summa Cum Laude student to read their letter is Madeline Whitaker, and her most inspirational teacher is Julie Elston.
Dear Mrs. Elston, stumbling into your journalism class my freshman year, I was terribly lost and looking for some sort of belonging in a school that had so many people and opportunities that I was completely overwhelmed by. I had taken your class on a whim, and little did I know that it would completely change my life. I always think it's funny how I quit my middle school newspaper because I was perpetually bored by it. But now here I stand as a proud student journalist who would be hopelessly searching for a sense of value without it. All because of one person who has been my North Star for the last 4 years of my high school career. I could say a million ways that you have changed my life, and that still wouldn't do it justice. When I met you, I was a lump of clay, shapeless, and longing for a purpose in school. You took me in and saw my potential as a leader and a journalist and molded me into the person I am now. You encouraged me to set high standards and goals for myself because you saw what I was capable of before I even knew it myself sometimes. When I saw my goals come to fruition, you pushed me to reach even higher because you believed in me and vowed that I was capable of whatever I set my mind to. I cannot thank you enough for the clarity you have given me on the potential I have to lead and impact others through my voice. You have the amazing ability to bring out the best in people, and your presence in my life has made me a stronger and more conscientious person. Without sitting in the journalism lab, ranting about The Bachelor or popping hundreds of bags of microwave popcorn, I wouldn't know the value of my voice and the value of empowering my peers to acknowledge their desire to be heard as well. You have given me and so many other students an empowered sense of meaning in the form of a newspaper. The tangible product that we print at the end of every month pales in comparison to the people that you have touched with your guidance and encouragement to achieve whatever they set their minds to, myself included. While you may have taught me to properly formulate a movie review or conduct a man-on-the-street interview, you have also guided me to figure out who I am and who I aspire to be. I aspire to be someone who can help and lead others. I aspire to be heard and valued. All of these aspirations of mine have been met and exceeded because of you. I often think of the person I would be without you in my life, and I am overwhelmingly overcome with a sense of gratitude. I am so thankful I never had to live in a world without your impact and chose to put down journalism as an elective during my freshman year. If I hadn't, I would have stumbled around the school yearning for my place. I have found it sitting next to your desk talking about essential oils and my Jill Mama jokes, and I have found it in the pages of our school newspaper. While I don't see myself being a journalist forever, I will always be an inkster, and I will always take pride in my work, see the potential I have as a person and a citizen of a democracy. Thank you for teaching me that I will always be an inkster and a thinkster, but most importantly, never a drinkster. Thank you for caring so much about your students and their right to be heard. And I will take up the offer to crash the Elston Thanksgiving if it still stands. Sincerely, Madeline Whitaker.
Thank you, Brianne, Logan, Mariana, Madeline, and your teachers, Ashley, Kelly, Jeremy, and Julie. I would now like to take this moment to thank all the teachers being recognized by students during the celebration. Thank you for being that inspiration to our students. I would also like to take a moment to recognize our guidance counselors and the great work they do with our students. While we take this time to recognize academic achievement in our senior class, we are also celebrating the partnership between students, parents, and teachers that is so critical to academic achievement. Students, as you watch this celebration, I hope you understand how proud we are of the work that you have done. I often tell people how amazed I am by our students. The difficult courses you take, combined with the extracurricular activities, jobs, and family responsibilities, can be very challenging. However, you seem to handle it all with ease and are still able to keep a smile on your face. I wish we could be together to celebrate, but please know that the work that you have done is recognized and appreciated by our school and community. Thank you for all that you have given to our school. We wish you the best of luck. Congratulations.